We're cruising.
Oh no. What?
Don't go too far away from shore, just in case we're taking on water. Like, Reed is heading right out for the middle of the lake. What is going on over here? It's finally happening. Well, I got a little bit of a different video for you guys today. So what you have here is a floating picnic table. And we're gonna put it on the water at some point. But first, a little bit of background. So what was it, probably 6, 7, 8 years ago? Chris made that picnic. Yeah, so like 8 years ago, one of our neighbors here up at the lake built a floating picnic table, and it was a ton of fun. You know, basically a floating tiki bar, go out, have a few drinks, just kind of putt around the lake. It had an electric trolling motor on it, but there was some design flaws. Mainly that the pontoons that were built out of wood, and I think he sealed with like caulking, basically would leak all the time to the point that it would sink.
You'd get about 12 hours out of it.
Yeah, before you had to let it drain for like 2 weeks. So Reed and I had always wanted to improve on that idea because we loved it. So we came across these 2 aluminum pontoons at the local marina. What was that, like 2021? And we had always had this plan to build a floating picnic table. You've probably seen some of these on the internet before, but we wanted to do one with like legit aluminum pontoons. So that was that. They've been kind of sitting around since then. Both Reed and I have been busy, as we still are, but Reed has been on vacation this week, so he kind of got a jump start on the project. And Reed, why don't you tell us what you've done so far?
So the pontoons had a bunch of holes in them. There's a big hole right here, so we had those tigged up. Had some bung holes tigged up, so that way we can drain them if we run into issues in the future. There are a couple other spots.
And you gave it to a welder, right? So a welder, right?
Yeah.
By the way, this is my brother Reed. I think you've been on the channel when I picked up my first 69 Camaro, but I think that was just kind of some B-roll footage. So this is Reed.
I'm into cars, but not quite to the extent that
but he has done everything that you see so far. I was not involved at all, like I said, in all of this, or at all with this, because Reed was on vacation. So yeah, he brought the pontoons to a welder to TIG up a lot of the holes just so we could save some time. But he's done all the work on the as far as the construction of the picnic table. Now, did you say you found some plans for this, or you just kind of modified it?
Well, I started with some regular picnic table plans, but they didn't work at all for this application, so it was more making it up.
So you had to modify it.
So
but
basically the tabletop is all that took from the plans.
Okay. But like you had like a general idea of like where, you know, the structure part of it needed to go.
I'm not by any means a builder, but I overdid everything just to, because obviously it's going to flex a lot more than a regular picnic table in the backyard would. But here's where Chris comes in. We got a 4 horsepower outboard motor that we're going to put on the back of here with some decking.
Right, but that story was we picked up the race boat, which I'll put up a picture of and some hilarious B-roll footage of right now.
Yeah.
And that motor for like, what was it, $1,200, $1,000?
Yeah.
And then you sold the race boat for like $1,500, and then we got to keep the motor for free. So basically, I was up here for a day earlier this week. Reed and I started messing with the outboard, which had been sitting for probably 5, 6, 7 years, who knows. But basically, we drained the fuel out of it. It looked like grapefruit juice. Obviously, wouldn't start, so I assumed the carb was completely gummed up. There we go.
Limited tools.
Yeah. Ew. Oh, it's like syrup. No, dude, there's no way. Like, yeah, we gotta clean this thing. Oh, dude, feel it. Just touch it. It's like maple syrup.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I took that home this week. Completely went through the carb, cleaned all that up. So I'll insert some, B-roll footage right now of me kind of cleaning up the carb. The jets were completely clogged. It looked like molasses, maple syrup in there. It was just bad. But I think I have that all cleaned up on the tailgate of the truck here. So yeah, we're gonna get to work. Reed is kind of still working on the picnic table here, but you're adding like structural supports to the bottom of the seats right now, I think.
Yeah, in case, again, these were part of the original plans, but I figured I'm not gonna skip that part if this thing's gonna be taking more of a beating than the picnic table. So I added those. I'm gonna work on the front and back decking, which will be kind of a lower.
Yeah, let me get a shot here of like the overall thing. So what do we know the length of these pontoons? 13 feet, and they are aerodynamic for racing. Look at those cones.
Went through some rain last night, but these things have been patched.
I was gonna say, did he do this welding here? This looks fresh.
That's welding over welding over welding.
Yeah.
So
well, hey, as long as it floats, right? So yeah, there's an overall shot of these 13-foot pontoons. Most of it is the table. Then we're gonna have some decking up here for storage. And one of the main goals and what we want to accomplish today is the transom. So we need a place to mount the motor. So Reed and I are gonna have to figure out, we have that, where is the, oh yeah. Basically found this aluminum, I forget where it came from. I think this property actually. But we're gonna do something like this so that our 4 horsepower outboard can mount to this, and then we'll have to reinforce it, you know, somewhere back here. But that's kind of the goal for today, is figuring that out, because that's basically what's preventing us from getting on the water and at least giving this thing its first sea test.
I'm
so
gonna try to overbuild that as well, in case 4 horsepower isn't enough.
Yeah, in case we decide we want to do wheelies in this thing. so next year, 100%. But yeah, so I think that we're gonna kind of divide and conquer right now. Reed's gonna kind of continue adding the supports to the bottom of the seats there. I think I'm gonna grab this carb and put it on that motor and see if we can get it fired up, and then we'll get to work on this transom here. But this is the picnic table, floating picnic table project, so let's get to work. So here's the motor. It's a 4 horsepower 2-stroke Yamaha. Is this a long shaft, right?
I think so.
So someone put a little
Opposite of a short shaft.
Opposite of a short shaft, got it. So got a little 3-blade aluminum prop on there. 2-stroke Yamaha, I mean, it should run. I mean, we put some gas in the cylinder and it fired up and ran, but just the carb was not having it, so we took that off. Like I said, I got that completely went through and cleaned over here, so I'm gonna get this back on and see if we can get this thing fired up. Hardware run, 3 wide. Phew! Austin, give us a weather report.
95% chance of rain tonight. Maybe some thunder.
100% chance of beers.
Increasing darkness followed by light. We'll be on the water by 8 a.m.
We've moved into the garage to continue the build.
Margaritas are in soon.
Build progress is about to slow way down, but we're gonna figure it out. Measure twice, cut 17 times, right?
Oh yeah.
Got the margarita pitcher coming in hot. But yeah, front platform's gonna be what, 4 of these, Reed? 4 2x8s?
Yeah.
Sweet. Room for plenty of coolers.
Chris, can you hand me the hammer?
There you go, 1 hammer. What's the torque spec on those? That is gonna piss off the YouTube guys. Let me know in the comments if this is a good hammer. Cobalt brand. Didn't know they made hammers like that. It's a good one though. Yeah. It is a lifetime warranty. Oh yeah. Croc approved. Everyone's wearing Crocs, right? Oh yeah. Croc check. Oh my God. Front platform done. Woo! What's that? What is this? You're right. All right, so Reed and Austin are just about finished with the platform up in front, so we're working on the rear deck / transom here. So this aluminum piece is what we're going to mount the motor to. But what we're going to need to do is kind of notch out an area on this 2x8 so that the motor will be able to drop in and we'll be able to secure it to this. But basically what we're going to do is stack up this piece and then another 2x4 here to kind of brace this piece of aluminum, which I've already drilled and through bolted on this side, still to do on this side. But that should be nice and sturdy. And then like I said, there'll be a little hole here with the mini or the multi-tool so we can drop the motor in and motor along in this thing. Reed, are you thirsty down there?
Yeah, and I got a squirt.
Kickstart. It's in my raccoon wounds.
Are you protecting the beauty and quality of Merry Meeting Lake?
Yes. It's Dad's shirt.
Let me know when it's middle.
Keep it down up there.
Jesus, I'm not drinking
Another one.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Why is that so loose?
Because I hadn't tightened that. You gotta have the.
Nice answer. Why is it so loose? Because I haven't typed it.
Right through his hand. Make a hole. It's good for the lungs.
How are the ears?
Huh? Nice.
Transom hole's done. Alright, let's fit the engine on.
How's it going over there?
We're good.
Had to test on it. The height's good. We're good. All right, we got one board left.
That's good enough.
Is that a better side? Lay her in there. Oh yeah. Line her up.
Give her a push.
Toward you, Reed.
Give her a push.
A little toward you.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff Dahmer that board.
Relax. I just want to take some pictures.
Just taking some pictures. The last bolt. How you doing there, Reed?
Oh, the wrist is
Absolutely
tired.
brutal. Transom's completely done. Sock rolled. Oh yeah. Good to go. All right, everyone smile, taking a picture. Just kidding, it's not a picture, it's a video. All right, so yeah, we got the whole structure done here. We are in looking real good shape here. What are you doing? Oh man. So yeah, what do you think, Reed? Are we ready for water tomorrow?
Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know.
No, don't do that. But yeah, I think the old tune here is ready for the water tomorrow. So we are done for the night. We're gonna test this thing in the water in the morning. We'll see you then. Woo! All right, Abby, what is the capacity for this vehicle based on New Hampshire Marine Patrol calculations?
Alright, length times width divided by 15. So we got 13 times 8 feet wide divided by 15.
6.9 people. Nice. Cheers. Woohoo. Morning. Day 2 here. We got some stuff done last night. So the structure is pretty much done, I'd say, right, Reed? I think we're good on the structure itself.
It's good to go.
And, so yesterday morning we kind of started. I was getting this carb back on. So the carb is back on our 4 horsepower Yamaha 2-stroke. So we're mixing up some 2-cycle oil, put some gas in it, and then we can try and start this thing. So I think this motor calls for 100 to 1. So I'm just gonna literally just estimate here and get some of it in the tank. Probably too much, but better safe than sorry, right? Ready for a day cruising. Yes.
Let's go.
All right. So can't run it on land because we'll burn up the impeller, but that was like, what, 3 pulls? Whereas when the carb was all junked up, we were pulling on it and absolutely nothing was happening. So I got faith. I think we're ready.
Yeah, no testing required. Let's
Yeah,
just
we're
put
good.
it in.
We definitely won't end up stranded on the lake. Definitely not. All right, airbox is on. Reed's gonna go ahead and fully tune up the motor. How much do you put in there? The whole thing?
About that much.
About that much, all right.
Please.
Just a smidge more for good luck. All right, so plan is you want to put it back on the trailer
Yeah.
and then find a boat ramp somewhere and splash it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It only takes half the neighborhood to do
Yeah.
Ready? Oh yeah, looks great. Let's go.
All right, hook her up.
The life jackets. How we look over there, Austin? All right. That's good, Reed. Here she goes. Please float. Please float. Oh, yeah. Yes. All right, Reed, you want to be the first captain on board?
I was gonna pull the truck out, but
Well, just get on it so you know you could say you're the first one on it.
Oh, she floats.
All right.
Chris, you had one job.
Rebuilt the car myself.
Ahoy! Are you ready to set sail?
Permission to come aboard, sir.
hop on board.
It's Chris Sullivan reporting for leisure.
Oh God.
Oh my. How's she running? We're cruising. Oh no. Don't go too far away from shore, just in case we're taking on water. Like, Reed is heading right out for the middle of the lake.
Yeah, I feel like the tunes are under.
All the beans. I don't think we're sinking. I think we're.
Why is he panicking?
They can come aboard.
We all know how to swim. This is fine.
Oh God. I don't think we're sinking. I think it was just our weight.
I think it's a little.
Update. Motor is extremely hot. Not sure if it's getting cooling. Where would it come out on this thing though? I don't see the exhaust, like, exit port, the water exit port. Still afloat though, so that's good.
For now.
He's thinking. So right now, we're just trying to determine if we're sinking or not. So far, it's looking pretty good. I don't think we're...
We might be sinking.
No, I don't.
Abby does not have a lot of confidence, but I think it was just a weight distribution thing. We're still afloat, but we're crippled without our engine, so we're just gonna, do picnic table things. It's float around.
The truck back in, Abby.
You want me to back it in?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Not too much.
Overall successful.
Yeah.
As it's on the incline, you should take out so much more.
Wait, Reed needs to be on that side and just pass him the paddle each time.
Oh yeah. Turns out.
Now go on the back. Quick, run on the back.
Wow, we gotta bring the bow up.
What are your thoughts? Good answer. Not tight.
Should work.
Let's see how we did. Oh.
Not bad.
Terrible.
That's not bad. Oh.
These welds are absolutely mangled.
So might need to do some more leak testing. That's what these tests are for. Okay, you've got to start somewhere.
Successful day on the water.
That was a solid 15 minutes. Couldn't have gone better. Stop blowing holes in my ship.
The life of a grinder for a bad welder is pretty rough.
Yeah, getting your money's worth out of that. So Reed, bring us up to speed on what we're doing.
Blowing holes in a ship.
Yeah, it's the next weekend, and if you remember, we had a couple problems last weekend. One being we were sinking, so there's that. The other one being the motor was not spitting out water, so it was not cooling. So Reed and I tried to divide and conquer this week. Reed has built this fixture here to pressurize the pontoon so we can find the leaks. I put a new impeller in that outboard, which is in the bed of my truck right now. But we've discovered there's a big leak behind this support bracket that was here, so Reed just buzzed that out. And I've also got my welder in the truck, and basically we're going to try and find the leaks, weld them up, and or seal them some way or another. So we're going to get this cleaned up, weld this up, and then see what other leaks we can find, and hopefully get these things watertight. Ford Lightning to the rescue. Got the TIG welder hooked up. 120 volts. We thought we had the right plug, but we didn't. But I think it'll be all right for what we're trying to do. So we got this area cleaned up. You can see we got a hole right there, the big one. I think there's a little one right there, and then there was right there, I think, actually as well. I'm about to see how this material welds, and yeah, I'll start filling in these holes and then pressurizing it and seeing where the rest of them are. Plan? Plan. Beautiful. Well, what you see here is the most beautiful welds I've ever laid eyes on. Nope, they're terrible. But so we started trying to patch this, and it was just really thin where we had ground it down, so we added a patch, and then it took me forever to get my settings. So excuses, they're terrible welds, but they shouldn't leak. Reed and I got the leak tester on there and some soapy water, and she doesn't leak. So I think we're gonna be watertight in this pontoon, but it's a beautiful day, so we're gonna take a break, go out on a boat that, you know, doesn't sink, and we'll check with you guys later. There goes our power supply. All right, guys, next day here. You didn't miss anything. We enjoyed the lake yesterday. This morning, just touched up a couple little welds here and there. It's been difficult because it's a little windy today. It's kind of blowing my argon shield around. And also, I think I only have 120 volts on that Lightning because I don't have the right plug for the 240 volt. So I think we don't have enough power to do some of the other welds we want to. But for now, I think we solved the big leak on this pontoon. This is the one that most of the water came out of. So it's another nice day. We got a new impeller in the outboard. We're just gonna send it, put it in the water, see how bad the leaks are now, maybe do a loop around the lake, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's get this thing in the water. Round two. Here goes nothing.
You're going so fast.
I just upgraded my trailer too. I got rid of the Blue Bomber, the Blue Tex.
Yep.
There's an REP Enterprise in Greenland. I've been driving by for a few years. And they're nice.
Okay. There we go. like we're sinking.
Don't blow any holes in our ship. Always off the umbrella.
But we will take it.
Oh yeah.
Is she? Something wrong.
Look at you, Reed.
I feel as if we're taking on more water than last time.
I feel like we're sputtering out. Hold on.
Damn it down! Why does it sound so terrible?
I think you have to drive.
Chris is welding.
It's pretty rough one.
Cheers. All right. Hopefully, cheers to less leaks. Hopefully. We'll find out. But we're spitting water now. Motor runs good. What'd you say?
There's a small leak right there we still know about, so.
We're just gonna pretend that we don't know there's a leak over there. Woo! Oh, the impeller's holding up, it seems like. Staying nice and cool. Shoo! Give us some throttle! Come on! Got her wide open! Shoo! Yeah, we could. Jeez, not the beers. Wow, dude, there's so much room up here. I haven't even been up here yet. Shoo-hoo! Successful rip. See how we did.
I expect water, but not a lot.
We'll see. How much is the question? No!
Oh my God.
No! Dude, bullshit welding. Look at that pass. The worst looking thing you've ever seen, but she is sock-rolling. Let's go. Yes! Oh my God. I was shaking like a leaf yesterday morning.
This one's gonna.
This one's getting flex sealed. Phil Swift, where are you at?
Not bad.
Not too bad.
It's got a little suction, but.
Could be worse.
Hey!
Hey! Yeah, buddy. High five. Good work. Shoo! We're in search of a new pontoon.
We're on a fucking mountain.
We are on a mission.
Look at my shoes.
Where? Those are my shoes. Got the short end of the stick here. Building up that callus. But allegedly, there's a single pontoon up here that we can have for the meat rocket. Just gotta find it. We did a very successful voyage today. Morale is at an all-time high.
Got a little stick by your feet. Little branch. Look it out.
Oh God.
Get out of there!
I wonder why I would have water in it.
Project is getting out of hand. Coming soon. Tritoon. What do we got? That thing is double the size of the current tunes. Well, to recap, we had a successful first cruise, or second cruise, I guess. We cruised around for like 2.5 hours, 2 hours.
Yep.
Very minimal water came out of one of the pontoons, which we were not able to patch, but we'll get around to that. But we also want to be able to have like 8 or more people on this thing. So we decided we want to add a third pontoon. So we caught wind of someone giving away a free pontoon down at our local marina, so we just snatched that thing off the hill. Only problem is, she's a little bit bigger than we were anticipating, but I think the plan right now is to cut it down to like a half or less of its size and kind of put it in the middle, and I think it'll add some additional flotation. But overall, great day. I think that the next time you see us, we're gonna be either at Reed's house or my house. And we're gonna like finish weld all this stuff where we're not in the wind and we have, 220 AC. So we can actually do some good welding, and we'll be back in the water in no time, but we'll see you guys then. This isn't a car. What are you doing?
Ready to weld up another pontoon.
3 is a party. Oh, what does it say? Two's company, three's a crowd, but I guess that's not the case with pontoons because, as I think I explained at the end of the last video, I can't really remember, we picked up a third pontoon. Basically, the pontoon is good with 4 people, I think, but we decided that if we want to have any more people than that on it, we need more flotation. So we were able to go to the local marina. We picked up this extra pontoon for free, thanks to the kind folks at the local marina. This week, Reed, what was this thing, like 18 feet or something like that?
19 and a half.
Okay, so it's a huge thing. And this is probably half that at this point. How much did you cut out?
It's gonna be 11 feet.
Okay, so cut out like 9 feet, basically sliced it, and then, you know, slice the back half too, so that the idea here is we can hopefully weld this back up there, and then this length should fit perfectly under the pontoon. And you know, center tune should provide some buoyancy. So we're down in my garage. I figured it'd be easier to do the welding here than at the lake. Last time the welding went all right, but it was just, you know, I didn't have 220, and the weld, you know, my argon was getting blown around, so it's hard to weld. So we're gonna try and knock this out tonight. Reed's just cleaning up the weld area right now, then we'll get it tacked up, try and get this thing welded in and have us a watertight pontoon. So let's get after it.
Forgot about the video.
I know, how could you forget about the video?
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, this is gonna be music, Reed.
Nice.
Nerd.
Looks like you got the hang of it right when you're done.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. afternoon. It is the next day, well actually 2 days later. Reed and I stayed up really late on Friday night and basically got that entire back section welded up on that third pontoon. Just had to finish up a little bit today. I had a wedding yesterday, so I had to go to that. My brother Reed is already up at the lake with the pontoon itself. I've got the third pontoon in the bed there, all welded up, pressure tested, and it's good to go. So I'm gonna head up there. One thing we noticed while we were welding, and the reason that I was struggling so much welding up at the lake a couple weeks ago, is there's a massive hole in my TIG torch line. So all my argon was leaking out and then being contaminated with regular, air, oxygen. So I think that's why I was struggling so bad with the welds, and the reason I figured it out is because I started welding on this other pontoon, which we got surgically clean, inside, outside, top, bottom, whatever. It was surgically clean, and I went to go do the first weld, and it was just popping and blowing back in my face. So at this point I was like, okay, what the heck is actually going on right now? Started looking around, adjusting my gas flow, and I thought I heard it leaking, and sure enough, right there on the edge of the torch, it was completely blown out. At this point, it's like 9 o'clock on Friday night. So at this point, it's like 9 o'clock on Friday night, and nothing was even open to go buy a new TIG torch, even if I wanted to, but I didn't want to waste the whole night. So I just took some electrical tape, wrapped it as tight as I could around that cable, and it ended up working perfectly. Got us through all of Friday night, and I was able to finish welding this morning. Got down some really nice beads. I mean, some of the gaps were pretty big, and we did some overlapping a little bit, so some areas I had to use a lot of filler and just kind of glob it in there, but definitely helps to TIG weld when you have good argon gas coverage. But anyways, that thing's all welded up, pressure tested, nice and tight, and it's ready to go. So I think Reed prefabricated some of the brackets, so hopefully we can get that third pontoon onto the vessel pretty quickly and get on the water today. It's almost 90 degrees here on Labor Day weekend, the unofficial last weekend of summer. It would be awesome to get out there today. It's about 3 o'clock right now, and I'm still 20 minutes away, but like I said, hope we can get it on quick. But yeah, let's get to the lake, get that pontoon on, and get out on the water. Torquing all those to spec. Good and tight. All right, just cleaning up. She's officially a Tri-Toon. Got to be the world's first Tri-Toon picnic table. What do you think? I've never seen one before. That's so badass. All right, let's get it in the water, see how it floats. Oh yeah. Sick. Here we go again. She's beautiful. Yeah. I think that's good, Reed. Big moment of truth.
Yeah. What am I caught on?
she looks a little wobbly.
That might have just gotten in. Yeah. Oh, she's
That's what I was trying to tell you.
I think it's going to be a little bit more tippy, but I mean, it's floating level.
I don't think so. Look at this. I feel it's more stable.
She is a solid 8 inches better out of the water. Oh my goodness, she's beautiful. Look at that. Reed, hop on there and see how stable it is. Oh my God.
Way better.
Holy crap, that's awesome. Any bubbles coming out of my welds?
I hope not.
What are you doing?
This is... Chris, we need a 50 horse.
Did we nail it? We're gonna have this thing up on plane. There you go. Hopefully it's quiet.
I'm impressed.
All right.
Very impressed, guys.
On. Choke. I fixed it. Way quiet.
We didn't really explain that in the video, Reed, I don't think. So when we were cruising this last time, the motor was really loud, and Reed was able to find a missing gasket that goes between the reverse rod, which was letting all the exhaust leak out, and therefore making the motor way too loud. So Reed fixed that, and she is whisper quiet now, and we're ready to go cruising. So, all right, ready to set sail?
Hey, we're taking pictures.
Woo! The Tri-Toon, huge success. Hey, fellow pontoon owners, woo! Hold on, wait.
Take the Mermaid cage.
I was
No, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is a floating picnic table. With a suicide knob.
Oh, that's perfect. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Let's do that.
This thing is getting more complex by the minute. Like nothing. All right, we've been out here for like a half hour. What is that, like the 5th compliment we've just got on this thing? $1,000 picnic table. Sunset cruise. Shee. All right, Reed, why don't you tell us what happened?
Pontoon is floating. It's great. We didn't fill it up with gas.
We are out of gas. 100 feet from where we need to be after cruising all day. All right, well, we're gonna call this one a win today, right?
Oh, the Vitality could bring us home.
Oh, yes. All right, neighbors coming to get us, but we're calling this one a win. We got some more stuff to do tomorrow. We will see you guys tomorrow. Good afternoon. Is it afternoon, right? I think it's afternoon. So very successful, what is it, third maiden voyage last night. The additional Tritoon is perfect. Tons of stability. We had 6 people on last night with room for more. Everything was going great until we ran out of gas, but got some more of that this morning. It's another beautiful day on the lake, so I think what we're gonna do is add our picnic table umbrella, make this thing an official picnic table, and then we're gonna hit the sandbar. So let's put some fuel and oil in our old Yamaha 4 horsepower here and get the umbrella installed and hit the water.
Careful.
How many gallons do you think it is?
All of it.
Like one? It can't be more than like 1 or 1.5 gallons.
So we got 3 gallons. We can
No,
do
I
it.
meant like the tank on the motor.
We'll see how much it takes.
Yeah. It requires math and stuff.
Carry the 4, 3.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'll just keep pouring it until it overspills into the lake and now the EPA comes after us. Allegedly.
Just blur out
Drink it up, little buddy. Oh god.
So for
Alright, it's full.
So for that, you should just blur it out.
So it's definitely like a gallon. What'd you say? Oh, I'm not editing that out.
Just blur it out like a movie.
Okay, so problem. Now we have no room to add oil.
We could just add it, but before it gets hot.
We'll just add as much as we can.
There's lubrication, right?
What'd you say?
In fuel.
Sip on that.
Is that a 40 to 1 or 50 to 1?
It's like 250 to 1, but we'll have to suck some down first. All
right, next order of business.
The whole saw going. All right, so I think if this is 8 feet, but we want it to kind of come down and be supported by this board here, which is 52. So come up to this board, we go right at 52. That should put us right down here. So you concur, Reed?
Agreed.
All right, let's do it. Oh no.
Put it in 1.
The cheap bits. Oh yeah. All right, Reed, you want to do the honors?
Sure. We got the nicest umbrella we could find. It was the cheapest one.
It was $40. Yes. All right, crank her up.
Oh yeah, she's got angle and everything.
Yes.
If you want to angle it,
No way. Not bad. What was it? $30?
$37.
Perfect. All right, let's get out on the water. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. How's she running?
Brand new.
Did you make some room to add some oil?
I think she's about a good mixture right now.
Yeah.
Idle's perfect. Line's in.
To the sandbar.
Let's drive it.
I'll drive. Take the helm here. Another 10 out of 10 day. Cheers. Successful pontoon. Woo! It's a little nervous. Oh, he's going for it. All right, Reed, what'd we learn? Where's your phone?
About 20 feet out that way.
Oh, that's all right. It's only 60 feet deep there. So it turns out there's a little bit of a vibration on top of the table. Tucker, come on. Oh, it's a little wavy. All right, guys, well, that is going to do it for the pontoon table build, part one anyways. It is Labor Day. It's Monday of Labor Day weekend. Couldn't have asked for a better weekend, but the summer has come to an end. So I think we're kind of out of time with this pontoon boat build, but Reed and I worked hard the last month or so of the summer, especially Friday night, to get this center pontoon welded up, which really made the difference here. And we are fired up this winter to make some improvements on this thing. So let us know what you guys think of the pontoon table build part one. If you're interested, we'll add another video next summer. We have a whole list of things like cleats and battery boxes and LED lights, navigation lights, a thing to hold phones so that Reed, the cameraman right now, doesn't lose his phone again. And yeah, if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. See you in the next one.